Hey everybody, we are still continuing once again on that question paper. We've been busy with the exemplar for grade 10 for technical maths, right? And then please, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. So I'm looking at question 2.3. I thought I would divide this question up because it really was a lot. I don't think you would focus in one video. All right, so let's go for it. They say to us we've got cot of x, right, which is, they said solve for x, that is. So we've got cot x, which is equal to 1053 plus the sine of 233. Right, now, ladies and gents, we know in this case, we can actually, let's do this. So that would be cot x. They did not say that we should not use a calculator here. So let's do this. Cot x, that would be 1053 plus sine 233. Now, under normal circumstances, but let me rather work that out first, plus the sine of 233. Right, I get that value, right? I'm not going to round it off at this stage as yet. 0.28 ... Okay, right, that's that entire number. But I'm looking for the value of x, right? Now, I want you to please note, ladies and gents, that cot is actually the inverse of 10, okay? So I can say, well, this is actually 1 over 10x is equal to 0.528 and all of that, okay? Right, so which means if I wanted to get the 10 of this, right? So if I invert 1 over 10 theta to become 10 theta over 1, then I definitely need to invert that, okay? So this will be 1 over 0.528 blah, blah, blah. Okay, right, so I'm going to take that answer and find the inverse of our answer. That's 1.892. So 10x would be 1.892. And note, ladies and gents, I'm not removing that answer from my calculator because we are still going to find, in this case, I just want it to be as accurate as possible. Right, so x would be the arc10 of 1.892 blah blah blah. Okay, oops, I should have actually just left that answer there. All right, so we had 10. All right, I should have actually left that answer. Sorry about that, guys. So that's 1053 plus sine 233. I don't know why I keep pressing that entire thing. And then we found the inverse of that answer. Yeah, that's that answer. So now we're saying shift the 10 of this answer. Okay, and I get a value 62.15. So x would be equal to 62.15 degrees. And ladies and gents, because I'm not looking for what we call the general solution, I'm going to keep that right there. Okay, so of course, what you could have also done for this, some people would prefer to represent this, as cot x, which is equal to 10 of 53 because I already have 53 over there, I could have said, well, this is sine of 180 plus 53, right? So sine of 180 plus 53. You'll see that if I take 180 plus 53, that will give me 233, right? So if I simplify this, this would be cot, not cos, cot x. That would be 10 of 53. All right. But now I want you guys to please note sine of 180 plus. Okay, if I use my cast diagram, right, 180 plus is in the third quadrant. Okay, so remember this is 0, this is 90, this is 180. If I say 180 plus, I always measure my angles anti-clockwise, right? If I say 180 plus, that's in the third quadrant. And in the third quadrant, I know that sine is negative. So this would be minus the sine of 53. Right. What you could have done, I don't know if it will help us in any way, right? So I could have said, well, that's sine 10 of 53. So that's sine 53 over cos 53 plus, or rather minus, sine 53 over 1. Right. I don't know if this is really going to get us anywhere if we, do it in this manner. But of course, what is our LCD? Our LCD is cos 53. All right. And you can then cross multiply your numerator, your denominator with the numerator, right? So which means we've got sine 53 times 1, that's sine 53, minus, here we've got cos 53 times sine 53. Okay, right. Honestly speaking, I don't think this gets you anywhere. I really would actually still take the first method, but I'm just trying to show you how we can play around with trigonometry and find different methods of doing the same thing. Ladies and gents, I want to leave it here. We still have a very long way to go to look at question 3, right? So please catch that on our next video. For now, I'll see you guys again next time. Sharp, sharp.